powered by the Music Hypebeast multimedia ecosystem, which is globally distributed on iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon Music, Audible, and as well as Spotify and Apple. The Music Hypebeast multimedia ecosystem has over 34 podcasts. The dope thing about our ecosystem is that we are the largest completely independent platform for independent artists. So we have a huge platform with that. So we're definitely honored, to be at this level. OpenWave is the number one direct to fan platform. It is a super app. You can actually sell clothing with no money up front, upload your designs, pick the articles you want to sell, men's, women's, children clothing, as well as lifestyle brands and consumer goods. We do all the shipping, we do all the fulfillment. OpenWave takes care of everything. You keep 80% and you can go direct to fan. With your music, you can upload your song, set your price. Your fans can pay what they want on top of the minimum. Most importantly, your fans can actually preview the record, but they can also join for free, enter into a wave room, which is a private listening party with you, and you can communicate with them. They do not need to download a special app to be able to engage with you. Once you send them your link to purchase, they make the purchase from their mobile device, and as a pop-up Windows screen comes up, and they can download it right to their device. All right, talking to my brother Jay Short today, hailing out of Orlando, Florida. Storyteller, hip hop artist, entrepreneur, all that good stuff. Shout out to Royal Studios and Aaron Garrison Huff for the alley oop on that. Jay Short, welcome to the Open Way Podcast.
Hey! I'm glad to be here. How you doing, Johnson?
Doing great, doing great. I want to jump right into the complete mix of everything. You are a independent artist that is out here living their dream full fledged, and I would like for you to speak on the challenges of being an independent artist, and then speak on why you are pursuing it, and why are you pursuing this at such a high level.
Okay. I mean, the challenges we face a lot of challenges as just independent artists.
And what are some of those challenges, brother?
Some of those challenges could, I would say, is actually figuring out like where the right promotion is actually at and where
Uh-huh.
to actually put our investments in. I would say that would be the hardest challenge, and also just uh, just figuring out our way in the music industry. But
Hmm.
far as making sure you own your music is pretty much the information is all over the internet. So I would say that at least we have that as artists. But just to blow up is can be the hardest thing. I say social media. I say social media might be the biggest challenge for me or for any artists out there because you really got to stick with it and you have to build a real fan base in order to be successful in the music business or in any business. So social media has just been a big, I would say would be a big challenge for me, but um, I'm I'm willing to do it because if I was owning any other business, as far as doing music, it would be the same deal. We gotta blow up ourselves as much as we can to promote ourselves to bring in the audience, to bring in the business. So I mean, no matter whatever business anybody wants to do, they're gonna have to dominate social media in order to actually actually win in this market. But then again, there are other businesses that have a lot of products that will sell itself. But yeah, social media is one of the biggest challenges, I would say.
From your perspective, what do you feel is a challenge and an advantage of social media? Like, what are some of the things that's challenging about social media? Is it more so just understanding how to use like the apps like CapCut and just trying to make content? Like, tell me some of the challenges, but then tell me from your perspective, what are some of the actual great parts about social media that helps the music side of the game? Jay, go ahead, brother.
Okay, I would say the great part of the social media is you get to connect with fans, you get to connect with people who relate to you, and it's just it helps to actually connect to fans that you can actually help through your music as well. Like a lot of fans, they connect to us far as the music wise, like they connect to us because they relate to it, or even they can connect to us on social media just to see how we live a certain way, to see that we're normal people and we have our families that we like to hang out with and chill and hang out with and do our thing. And it allows the audience to see and to relate. And that's the beautiful thing about the social media. I would say that, and connecting, and of course, just strengthening the market. It definitely strengthens the market. And it just makes things much easier to access places you never been to, or access places you can't reach. Social media is a big help.
And what's some of the what's some of the difficulties with social media and everything like that you come across?
I would say the ideas. It's all the ideas, like coming up with ideas, or actually
Hmm.
coming up with some content to draw in the audience. That could be kind of rough. But then again, we do have Chat GBT that you could just look up a POV
Hmm.
artists ideas, and then you can work off of that too as well. So that is a disadvantage, but then you got the advantages to help us out with ideas when you feel like you don't have any more, and you could always hire a coach to give you more ideas. Like I actually hired a coach to help me with my social media. He helped me revamp my social media, and he got me on the right track to where I could really connect with my fans the right way.
I want to go into this part here as a creator in 2026, and working with radio pushers. If you go into your Basecamp folder, which you gotta go in there every day because there's so much information. Have you been in your Basecamp folder yet?
In the portfolio, you saying?
In your Basecamp folder, have you been going into your Basecamp folder?
As far as the Wave app,
No, not the Wave app. Remember, working with radio pushers, you have a Basecamp app, and that Basecamp, you have information in there. And one of the pieces of content that we put in, like all your banners in there, everything. One of the things that we put in there, Jay, is um, how to create content based upon your particular audience, because you got to realize everybody creates content for a different audience, because your audience will not be the next artist's audience. It just depends on your music and the type of lifestyle that you're doing. So I want to ask you this. When you think about your life, what do you think appeals to people when they actually go to your social media? What is something about you that you feel will connect with people?
I would say the me just me just being genuine on social media. Not saying, not having this, not really. I wouldn't say like uh I wouldn't say I'd be putting out my business out there, but I would say like the audience, like they get to connect with uh they get to I think I can make things more personal when I'm on social media, like how we are now. So far as like when I get on the social media and put out a reel or something, I could bring it close. I could bring the camera close to me. I could be in a certain lighting, and people can relate to me, like just seeing me for who I am, in the sun with the great lighting, and that offers great benefit
Mhm.
for me as well. And yeah,
I wanna
but the
ask you.
connection
I'm
is
sorry. Go
key.
ahead.
Yeah, the connection is key on social media for me though, and I believe that should be for any artist who or any business. It's always good to connect with the people who connect with you, who want to connect with you. It's a great source of communication.
Right. I want to go into this part here. When you think about your music, and just in your humble opinion, how do you feel your music connects to people?
I would say it connects to people. It makes it just it kind of I would say. my music will connect to the people who may feel down, who may be going through something, maybe. And everybody goes through something, everybody goes through trials. And so I believe the music that I put out, when they hear my music, they're like, yeah, like that's what's up. Like people can relate to it, like, yeah, that's what's up. I go through that. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I like to get to the back. Oh yeah, praise God. Like, and people relate to that, like can relate to the struggle of of the daily deals that happen at work, or just being an entrepreneur. People can relate to it. And when people are feeling down, I want to be able to like put out music that will make people feel up. So when they're feeling down, they're like, you know what, I need to lock in right now. Let me listen to some Jay Short music. Or like, oh, I need to connect. I want to connect closer to God, and I'm not feeling like I can make it today. And oh, let me connect to Jay Short. I'm gonna listen to one of his songs. Let me listen to Run the Bank. I ain't feeling like running to the bank. I don't feel like things are going well, but you know what? I'm gonna keep grinding. Let me listen to Jay Short. And that's the kind of energy that I want to put out, and that's the type of energy I believe I've been putting out. Anytime I do shows, or anytime that I just come out and go to the park and campaign myself. You know,
Right. Let me ask you
people
this.
people see what.
Right, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that. So, like, let me ask you this: when it comes to, because we got to be honest, when because you're still independent, you're still unsigned, you're still trying to find your audience and build your community of super fans. What's something about your music that you feel you need to improve?
Okay. Can you say that one more time? Because
What is
just
something
a little bit.
I said as an independent artist, you're growing, you're still trying to find your audience, you're still trying to figure certain things out musically. In your honest opinion, what are some things you need to improve about your music in order to elevate your sound and reach a bigger audience?
For me, I say there's always going to be improvement, no matter what. I would say for me to improve my music. I would say if I was looking to improve, I would say it would be I would say songwriting, taking my time on songwriting, or uh, but on the same breath, I would say I'm always working on my vocals. I always want to get better. Always want to be better. So that's something that I'm always going to keep working on. But that for far as music, yeah, I would say songwriting could be is one thing I think I could work on. But I would say that every time I do songwrite, I'm already practicing already. It's already developing anytime. So I would just say I would have to keep going. I just got to keep going. For any artist, I would say for any artist, if you want to, as far as improvement, I would just say you just got to keep going. You're gonna keep going because you're gonna get features. You're gonna learn from other artists. You're gonna learn from other A&Rs. You're gonna learn certain things, and so it's just like you never stop learning. You never stop getting better. And then another thing too, I do. There's one thing I do want to work on, and I would say punching in, and that's kind of like freestyling. Like, say if I didn't write nothing, I just pop up and I might be up out of the plane. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe I didn't write nothing. I want to be able to like actually punch in and punch in with meaning. Because I would say my new song that I got on the radio with you guys, that song I actually punched in. So everything that I said on that song was everything that I was feeling at that moment.
Mhm.
And so yeah, I would say those are the two things I would like to work on as far as music. But yeah, in music, there's always room for improvement. There's always, and another thing too, as far as
I
connecting
got you.
with family. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I want to, because I want people to remember, most of what you're saying. I want to get into this. Have you created your free profile on OpenWave yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So one of the things, and this is the Open Wave podcast, Be on Wave, but it's very important that you promote that link, and here's why. Because people can buy your music direct, and which we're gonna end the podcast on this. I want you to talk about this. People buying your music is confirmation that they believe in you. See, with us, it's brand over belief all day. If people believe into your music, that means they are buying into your brand. And when they are buying into your brand, then paying for your music, paying tickets to your shows, all that stuff is a no brainer. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, yes, for sure.
So buying something from you is the greatest honor that someone can do for you financially. Say, hey, look, I came to your show. Hey, look, I bought your merch. Hey, look, I got on Crenshaw hat. That's Nipsey. You know, that's part of brand over belief. I believe in the brand, the marathon brand, which means I believe in them. Whether I listen to his music or not, I believe in him. I believe in his philosophy. So my question to you is this: what is the main message behind your music? What is the main message behind your music, Jay?
The main message,
The main message behind your music, yes.
the main message behind my music is, hey, like you got to understand that this world is a tough world to live in, but that doesn't mean the course. That doesn't mean that you can't stay righteous. That doesn't mean that you can't win without doing the right thing. So
Hmm.
that's kind of where my music is really giving the message, or like saying, like, for me, like, I always wanted to be rich. Like growing up, I didn't care what it was. Like I mean, like if it was right, if I was able to do something
Hmm.
without hurting anybody, helping people, and I can get rich. Hey, that was my goal, and that's still my goal. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I was gonna do something, I was gonna try to make sure I was the best at it, or however I was gonna do it, or any career that I chose, or any career that I choose now. But that's the message that I want to push. It's just like, times gets hard, but like, you don't have to you don't have to give in. You don't have to give into to anything that may bring you down, and you don't have to stay in it. You don't got to live in it. You can understand it. You can grow from it, and understand that you can win as long as you have breath. You already won, and that's the kind of vibe that I'm giving off, and that's the type of movement that I've been actually, just leading. You know,
Got it.
um, but I've been leading this movement far as that type of attitude and that type of energy. I've been doing this, even before getting back to music, before anything, before even getting back here, like where I'm at now. That's the type of person that's the type of energy I always want to bring when I come to the room. So, and that's the energy that I always brought, and I always strive to bring. And even when I'm feeling down, I'll be listening to my music. I'll be listening to some music I haven't even dropped yet, but I have a rollout for it. So it's just like, I'll be feeling down, and I'll be listening to some of my music. I'll be feeling down sometimes. I'll just be like, let me listen to some Jay Short, because I am not feeling myself today. So I just tune in, like, you know what I mean?
I got you. So I want to close out with this. Um, when people right now we're in a direct fan economy. Streaming is pretty much obsolete because you're not going to make any money. Somebody can stream your song 350 times and you make $1. Which is not profitable. Streaming is not a profitable business anymore. Wo- Do you agree with that?
Uh, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know how the streaming world actually works,
No,
but
I'm talking about from a music stream perspective as far as the payouts. Right now on Spotify, somebody has to stream your music about 350 times for you to make $1. My question to you, as a business person, is that profitable to you?
that that may not be profitable for me. No,
Well,
I
it's kind
would
of a
say that.
yes or no. It's kind of a yes or no question because here's the reason I'm asking. If because I'm asking you for your business acumen. If somebody streams your song 350 times and you make, if your song gets streamed 350 times, you make $1 versus someone buys your song off of OpenWave for $5. On one person, you made $5. On 350 different people streaming your song one time a piece, you only made $1. So what's more profitable, the one or the five?
The five.
So that's what I'm asking. Is streaming profitable for you?
Honestly, the way you explain it to me, I don't see it to be profitable. Profitable.
Right, but in your history as an artist, how much money have you generated from streams?
I have not generated any money from streaming. I
Right.
haven't
And how
really
long you been doing music?
seriously. I've been doing music for about I would say 7 months. So I
Right.
just got
So
back
you
into the game. So that's
right, but how long
you
have
know,
you had music on streaming platforms?
all my life since I've been born.
No, not since you've been born, bro. How long? Because you were a baby at one point. I'm saying, how long have you had music available? Like, how many years back have you had music available on Spotify and Apple and stuff like that?
Very pretty since it came. I'm not sure. I don't really keep up when it came out, but it's been years.
No, I'm talking about your music. How long has your music been up on DSPs?
Oh, it's been up there for about I would say 2 months or about 3 months.
Okay, so let me rephrase the question. You've been recording music for over 6 months, correct?
Yes, I would
Right,
say
but
not recording music. I would say I've been recording music for the last. I would say for the last 2 months or the last. I would say for the last 3 months, but I've been making beats for the last 7 months.
right, and that's what I'm saying. Got you. All right. What's your Instagram handle so people can follow you on IG?
Okay, you guys can follow me at J Short Music.
Spell it out for everybody.
JayShortMusic.
All right, so JayShortMusic, correct?
Correct.
All right. What have you enjoyed the most about being on the OpenWav podcast today?
I enjoyed I enjoyed every aspect of the interview. I enjoyed the questions. I enjoyed the conversations. I enjoyed talking to you, Jonathan. It's always a pleasure, and I'm just glad that you're giving me the opportunity to be here with you. So I enjoy that. I enjoy that fact as well.
Definitely. Well, thank you for
So
trusting the process.
I'm always honored.
Thank you, man. Thank you for
Yeah,
trusting the
I'm
process.
always honored.
Yeah, thank you for trusting the process of Radio Pushers, and we look forward to working with you at a much higher level. I'm gonna call you as soon as we get out of here, man. Jay Short people in the building, Music IBs, Royal Studios, Aaron Huff, Orlando. Let's